Hey guys, so today I will summarize chapter 7, 8, and 9 of Gail Wynand's section from the book Fountainhead. Okay, so in the last chapter, we have seen that Dominic has decided to marry Gail Wynand, and she also met Howard, and after parting ways, Dominic was received by Gail Wynand, and also after their wedding, G. Francon has retired and made Peter Keating as the sole owner of the Francon firm, right? So when Dominic and Gail Wynand gets married, they get married in front of 600 people, and those people are like uh, with no human spirit and basically people who just showed up out of boredom or because of envy or uh, just to please Gail, right? So just for the pseudo social compulsions they had. So these are the people from Banner and Gail Wynand's close circle. So they have appeared there for the wedding, and Dominic thinks that she will enjoy seeing uh, Gail in front of his Banner crowd, like what shithole it is basically, and she thought that Gail would be proud and Gail would enjoy this spectacle of people, but surprisingly Gail stood above this crowd and he is untouched by this m- mockery of the monstrous reception. So he is above his readers and above all the people surrounded by him. So he is stand out because he is untouched by this curiosity of people or hatred, envious hatred, boredom. So he is above that. So she is quite surprised by it, and uh, as I told you in the last chapter that Gail has made it to not disclose anything about their marriage in the banner or do not take any photographs and uh, post it in the banner. After learning it from Alva Scarrett about it, Dominic likes this gesture of Gail Wynand, and she truly believes that Gail truly loves her and he respects her and he wants to keep her away for it, and he truly respects and cherishes her. So after that, because Dominic was a divorcee and Gail has had married her, so people from the Banner's reader are not happy, and Alva's character received many letters about uh, hatred to Gail Wynand and Banner in particular, and people are not happy with what Gail has done or how the Banner is uh, portraying the owner of banner is doing like this. So people are not happy and they are writing bullshit about him, and they are calling Gale as the pirate of capitalism. And looking at this, too, he tells Alva's character that, hey, I already told you that this is going to happen. Dominic's influence on Gale would be a disastrous for banner, and this is the proof for it. So by looking at it, Alva Scarrett is still loyal to Banner and uh, Gail Wynand. So he asked Tuhi that, are you loyal to Banner and to Gail Wynand, because Tuhi has been writing in the other columns which are criticizing Gale, and he also finds that Tuhi is also one of the uh, sponsors for this. So basically, not directly, but Tuhi has influence on that magazine, and Tuhi also controls what is written in that, and he also writes in that particular magazine. So Alvas Carrot is questioning Tuhi about his integrity and his loyalty towards Banner. So for that he denies that, and he says he is always with Banner, and he reveals one secret to Alva, that he has made one of his guys who is a communist and son of a billionaire to acquire a large share of the Banner, and nobody knows about it except Alva, uh, because he had just told him that, and Gail Wynand is, of course, not aware of it. So later on, Dominic and Gail is living happily in their penthouse, and Dominic rarely goes out, and Gail has protected Dominic from being away from the Banner in the news and the press, and later on she likes it, and she started enjoying it, and then she married Gail as a way of punishing herself. So that's why she tries to go out and then invites guests, and she also gives interview to one of the critic in the Banner about her marriage with Gail, and she says things like her life is to make Gail happy, and she wants to make a good wife and a good mother. And mm, this critic called Sally Brandt uh, publishes this article in front of Gail to be published in the paper. But that night she was fired because it was strict order from Gail that nobody would write anything about Dominic. And Dominic also criticizes Banner, like what kind of stuff Banner publishes, or even the bad things are popularized by the Banner. Some bad plays, bad architects, and mediocre people are praised by Banner. So uh, because the reader and the people are like that, Banner does all these things. So she criticizes Banner, but like Rourke, Gale makes it clear that his work at Banner will always be important to him. And at work also, Gale starts to work very uh, energetic way with renewed energy, and nothing changes in his policies. So seeing that, Alva is very happy, and he tells Tuhi that we were uh, worried unnecessarily, and Gale is working like never before. Even in his prime, he was never worked like this. So, and he looks very happy. So he says that he being happy is the major concern for him, which is a dangerous thing. So after a few days, Dominic made Wynand to watch a play called as No Skin of the Nose, which is highly praised in the Banner, and there were many articles published by Scarlett, Toohey, Jules Fogler about how great the play is, and Fogler also made it clear that those people who are not able to enjoy it are worthless human beings. So she knew that this is the product of Banner, and she wants Gail to see like what kind of things Banner does. So how bad the newspaper is. So she takes him there, and he tells him that, look, this is your crowning achievement of your life's work, and this sick play has been made look so great because of the Banner and how bad it is. So for this, Gail agrees that this play has made him sick, and he also says that this audience is just there because they think, if even if they would not be able to appreciate it or to understand it, they think that there must be something great that they are not able to understand it. So just because of the peer pressure, they are there. Just for the societal compulsions, they are there. So Gail says that it would have been worse if this kind of audience was presented with a uh, great play. So this is comparatively much better to give this shitty audience a shitty uh, play. And he says that this audience does not deserve anything good, and he do agree that seeing this play was watching this made him suffer, but he says that uh, even the pain that he got from this play cannot go down to a certain below a certain point, and he could experience only a specific amount of pain and not beyond that. So this was the exact line said by Howard when he was uh, he was blamed for the often started temple. So this was the exact line said by Gail, and this disturbs Dominic, and she screams that she wants him to stop right there because she feels this similarity between Howard and Gail, and this makes her sad. And when she married Gail, she thought he is a wild exhibitionist, and she is shocked that both Rourke and Gail have similar high-minded principles. And for that, Gail asks her that what happened, what went wrong, why you scream like this, what made you suffer so much because of this particular line. So she does not explain it to him, and yeah. So in summer, Dominic and Gail are again on a ship, and Dominic looks at Gail and she thinks that Gail is like a brilliant gaiety without any guilt. So Gail is in love with his existence and he's very happy about it. And then Gail tells her that he is in love with Dominic, and Dominic can never love him because she loves integrity, and integrity does not exist in man, it only exists in art. And that's why Gail has this art gallery, because he thinks only art has integrity. And the reason he loves, I think, Gail loves Dominic is because he thinks this Dominic has this unbreakable integrity, and which has made Gail fall for her, and that's why he loves her like his art gallery, because truly he believes that man can never have integrity, and Dominic is an exception, and that's why he loves her. And he also tells her that he always wanted to have power over people, and slugs like Scarlet Alva or Tuhi or other people would never bother him. But whenever he sees someone of a higher dimension, he wants to break them and prove them that they are just. So basically, he confesses that he feels the need to destroy those who profess integrity, and he wants to expose their fakeness. And he thinks that the man he cannot break would destroy him, and he also truly believes that integrity does not exist. And so one night, Dominic and Gail are standing in their penthouse and looking at the skyline of New York, and he tells Dominic that what we both love in buildings uh, is how the building is designed by a man, and a man standing below the building would not make him dwarf because he is the one who has built it, and it shows the heroic in men, and he really appreciates the heroic in men even though he believes that it does not exist. He also tells Dominic that he wants to create a new building for them, for the banner office, and also build their build them a home, but not right now, maybe in future whenever he feels he is ready. And by hearing Gail, she understands that Gail is a man of integrity, even though he does not believe in it because of the way he has led his life. And he truly believes in one fact that people do not have integrity and he wants to break them. So she realizes that he is the man of integrity. He is uncorruptible in his own way. And that's when she realizes to his motive that to he wants to destroy those who are individualist and who rise above all these petty things and who has this integrity and who would come out as a hero in the society. So she thinks she knows that what is the main motive of Tuhi to destroy Gale. So she tells Gale that you have to fire Tuhi, but he thinks Tuhi is just a pest and he won't be bothered about a small man like Tuhi. And Dominic tries to warn him, but he thinks that there is no necessary. Like Tuhi is very weak and he cannot make anything, or he cannot harm the great Gale and so he ignores her. And Tuhi is very irrelevant to him and nothing more. And some days later, Dominic tells Wynand that she wanted uh, Gale to be her chains of the world, but instead he has become the defense. So basically, she thought it her marriage would be a punishment to her, but their marriage turns into a surprisingly happy one, and it is not the life of suffering that Dominic had expected to be. So she is happy about it in a strange way, and even though she does not love Gail Wynand, she likes him a lot. So that was the and by their conversation, when in her cupboard she had this note when Gail had fired him saying fire that bitch. So she kept it preserved uh, to remember how bad Gail was and how the world treated her. But after being in marriage with him for a year, she starts to like Gail, and that's why he throws that note. And that is the end of Gail's chapter. So, in the next chapter, we'll see how their marriage turns out and what Howard is doing, what Peter is doing, how he is planning his plot against finance. So, all these things we'll figure out in the next chapters. Till then, bye bye.